I'm Larissa Dubose, your wine educator. Welcome to Wine Etiquette 101. Let's decode wine labels so that the next time you're in a wine shop, you know exactly what you're getting. So we're gonna use this as our example today. Justin is the producer. They're the ones that make this wine. Cabernet Sauvignon is the varietal. Now, fun fact, in the US, by law, 75% of the grapes that make this wine have to be Cabernet Sauvignon. Except for Oregon, there's always an exception to the rule. With that being said, it's up to the producer to let you know what the rest of the blend is. They don't have to. Next, you're gonna see where the wine is from. This says Paso Robles, California, so I know that's where it's coming from. Paso Robles is an American viticultural area, also known as an AVA. By law, 85% of the fruit that made this wine has to come out of Paso. Finally, we have the vintage, which is the year that the grapes were grown and harvested. And then you have the alcohol content, my favorite part. Now on the back of the label, this is typically where you'll find the story of the winery and the fruit profile so that you'll know if it's the right fit for you. And that's how you deconstruct a wine label. So now that I've helped you decode a New World wine label, let's talk about Old World wine because there's a big difference in how they look and it can be intimidating. Some of them are in a different language. That in and of itself will shut you down. So let's look at the key differences. I have two wines here that are Sauvignon Blanc. A New World wine will actually denote Sauvignon Blanc, the grape, on the label. With the wine that's coming from an Old World region like France, Sancerre is the region. Sauvignon Blanc is the grape. So that's where the trickery comes into play. And you really have to start to explore and use good old Google.com. If you love Sauvignon Blancs, look up notable regions that grow Sauvignon Blanc and make great Sauvignon Blanc wines. And you'll learn that a Sancerre is actually Sauvignon Blanc. A wine like a Puy-Fumé is a Sauvignon Blanc as well. So these are some tips that will help you stay in the know and help you to expand your palate. Let's take it a step further and use wine as our passport. Let's go to Italy. So when you see Chianti Classico, this is a region in Tuscany in Italy. Chianti Classico is not the grape. Sangiovese is the grape. Again, we're going to Italy through a bottle of wine. So let's switch out and go back to France. Let's go to Beaujolais. Beaujolais is actually a region in France. It's south of Burgundy, but the grape that makes Beaujolais is Gamay. And again, this is where Google is your friend. If you're gonna travel the world, if you were gonna hop on the plane, you would do a little bit of research before you made that trip. Wine is no different. So check out Google, and that way you know exactly where you're going when you open up an Old World wine. And that's your tip for today. And go travel. Cheers, y'all. I'm Larissa Dubose, your wine educator, and you're watching Wine Etiquette 101.